Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming. And welcome back to our Let's Play of Ultima 7 Part 2, the Serpent Isle. We're here in Moonshade, and actually, last episode, right at the end, we got teleported in to meet with Filbercio, the Mage Lord of Moonshade. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been around, thanks for watching. Let's continue our adventures here on Serpent Isle. All right, so we just got teleported in here, and we were told to please be seated. We have been waiting for thee. I am the Mage Lord, Filbercio, and I am the Avatar. Allow me to introduce the others. First, my fellow members of the Council of Mages, Adept Gustaccio. All right, Gustaccio in green. Thou needst not worry, my lord. We have brought thee here against thy will. No, you haven't. I've been trying to. But only that we may get to know thee. Thou art free to leave once this dinner is concluded. Quite right, Gustaccio. And here is Adept Rataluncia, who I believe thou hast met. Filbercio is never lacking in social graces, my lord. Now, if he only attended to the problems of Moonshade, as he doth attend to his mistresses. Speaking of which, also present, as my dinner companion, is the most charming Frigidazil. She, too, is a mage. Right there. Welcome to the... That's a lot of lipstick. That is a bold lipstick shade. Welcome to thee. These cursed teleportation storms have made travel so difficult that we are becoming isolated. It had disturbed everyone, but it is good to see a new face. Good mages. This is the adventurer from a distant land, whose arrival was foretold in our conjurings. Ooh. That's pretty nifty. Could he be responsible for the storms which plague the land, or for the growing strangeness which affects our spellcasting? I hope, my dear, that he is the solution to our problems, rather than the cause. Thou art a fool, Mage Lord. Our guest is most certainly a factor in the supernatural disturbances that are threatening our world. Let us question him now. Exort Flom? What? Why am I being shot with fire? See here, Rosaluncia. The stranger may have secrets, as do we all, but I will not condone treating a guest of the council like a criminal. Thou dost dare to interfere with my spells, Mage Lord? I demand thou reprimandst this sorcerer. My dear, calm thyself. Perhaps our visitor shall tell us all about the use of force. If there is one thing I cannot stand, it is being hamstrung by the petty politics. Thou art not half the man thou once wert, Filbercio. I bid you all a pleasant dinner. I have lost mine appetite, and am leaving. But mark my words, I shall have my way. Oh, goodbye, witch. Good riddance. And to think, she was once a young and beautiful sorceress, before her ambitions turned her cold and heartless. Ooh, who's this? Pardon me. I beg thy pardon, Mage Lord Filbercio, but I have an urgent message for thee. I regret to report that mine attempts to locate any significant quantity of the reagent blood moss have met with failure. Pothos, I should send thee to the dungeons and have rats feed on thy carcass. Dear guest, I am afraid that I shall have to adjourn this pleasant repast. Pothos and I must speak privately concerning important matters of state. I thank thee all for coming. Okay. So, we met with the mage. Calls for service. Oh, there's still more happening here, maybe. Or do we just talk to this guy? Hey, buddy. Well, actually, before we talk to him, hold on. What do we have here? Let's just, let's refill the old food coffers. What is this? A demon roast. That is an edible food item. Let's just take these demon roasts. Let's put those in here. And then what do we have here? A hornfish. Thank you. Any other food on the table? No, I don't see any. All right, hold on. Before you go. Now, where is that book? How about you talk to me? Oh, we should probably save the game. Just in case something goes wrong. Hey, come here. Stop. I want to talk to you. I am sorry, but you don't have time for this. My studies devour my entire day. Oh. So are we just left alone to, like, roam this area? Okay, what do we have? Now, I got a map over here, of course, but if we look, we have a painting of a lady. We have a cactus. We have... What is this? A pallet of furs. Got some ladies in front of a fire. Okay. Now, what about over here? Let's check out the edge here. Oh, what's in the kitchen? Hold on. Let's go back to the kitchen. Hello, kitchen. Let's grab this banana. Oh. He did not like us taking that banana. Okay. Well, get away from me, automaton. Go call the Rangers on yourself. Leave me alone, automaton. What's in here? You know what? You can all stay out there. What do we have in here? We got some books. A scroll of translation. Have the avatar grab that. The Crying Lute by Gant. The lute in mine hands as I softly strum, cries for it knows the hollow man I have become. Of my tragedy, of my sorrow, of my lonely despair, only my lute listens, alone only it cares. Though I am a knight, in mine emotions I hide, I still feel the soul-eating darkness inside. I am a man of armor and a man of the sword, but the blackness I feel I cannot ward. The green swine come, silent coward attacks, with bow and arrow, with sword and axe. They come for our blood, for our flesh to eat. We hack them to death, our blades flaying their meat. Though I have loved her, she still left this life, her pale white skin pierced by a goblin's bloody knife. But I am left here, an empty shell of a man. I cannot speak, the sorrow is more than I can stand. Others drink themselves blind, but I cannot partake. The others celebrate, but smiles I can't fake. I will sit here by the fire and softly strum. Only my lute knows the hollow man I have finally become. All right, I think we've read that book before. The House of the Unicorn by Gant? You know, I think yes. So a bunch of poetry by Gant. Yes, we've read these before. The Apothecary's Desk reference. Yes, we read this recently. Weaving. Oh. This tells you how to create patterns on a loom. Brigio's Book of Astonishing Things. We read this. Yes, we've read that before. The Art of Field Dressing. I think we read that as 2. The Dwellers of Serpent Isle. 1/4 of a millennia ago, the man-demon Lord British impressed upon the citizens of Caesarea his 8 virtues. Most of the citizens were deluded into believing that this was his way of life was just and fair. Some were strong enough to oppose his rule and fled to begin their own civilization free of the oppressive autocracy. Got to remember, we were around a millennium ago. We time jump because we leave Caesarea and we go back to the real world and then come back here. Time passes differently in the two. So we've been around a long time. Those brave folk, led by the mage whose bravery is now sadly forgotten, ventured out to sea, with little idea as to their destination, only a firm belief that Lord British was a tyrant whose rule was not to be tolerated. Erstram led them to a large island, which was instantly christened New Caesarea. Land's name was changed shortly thereafter to Serpent Isle after the strange ruins found there. I think we might have read this book before, I'm not sure. There were 3 principal groups who left Caesarea: the Mages of the Moon, chivalrous folk of 2 Montours, and the folk of the port city of Fawn. Each had their own reasons for joining in the emigration. The mages because they felt the certain that Lord British's virtues were unrealistic, the Fawnese because Lord British had failed to acknowledge the ninth virtue, beauty, and the brave vocal monitor because of their belief that courage ranked above all else. Okay. And principles of economics. Yes. Pretty sure we read this as 2. That's an awful lot about economics. All right, so we also have an area here. Okay, there's a staircase that goes up. There is a room here. You probably have to teleport into this room, because I don't see a way in from like a door. This obviously opens and we could go up there. Let's check over here. Over here, there's a key right there. So I guess we'll have to go up first. So let's do that. Up we go. Although that looks suspiciously like a jail. I hope we don't get arrested again. Cool tapestry. Oh! That tapestry actually glows and has lights and stuff. Okay. So we've been just kind of left alone here. What's across here? Wait a minute. That goes across. Is that just a statue? That goes across to where the there was like a little island that goes to. Okay, these are now unlocked, so we can get in and out of here. These are locked, however. And we still don't have a key for that. Anything else up here we care about? No. Well, let's go across that little island area. Let's see what's going on over here. Are we figuring it out, team? There we go. Yeah, so if we go this way, there's this thing, whatever this is. Let's do a save. Whoops. Save. This vessel doth not belong to us. This is Filbercio's barge. Okay, so we can't use this barge right now. Well, I wonder, do we just have to go off and find, what's his face? Pothos? Because that's the newest character that we hadn't seen before, was Pothos. So if we go down here, let's go to Pothos's home, which is over here, where we stole that glass sword out of. Let's see if he's over here. There he is. Hey, buddy. Yes, I remember thee from the banquet. Rotulantia wanted to kill thee. Welcome to the apothecary shop. I am Pothos, the proprietor. Rotulantia. Like Filbercio, Rotulantia doth have a will of steel and fiery temple. She is convinced that some outside force is responsible for these abominable storms. She hates thee because she thinks that thou art keeping knowledge from her. It isn't anything personal, my lord. Force. Well, to be precise, I should say that she suspects a recent visitor, a mage named Batlin. I'll grant that he came through asking all sorts of questions and badgering people to sell their serpent teeth. But I fail to see how she thinks he doth have anything to do with the storms. And I'm afraid that she thinks all strangers are in league with Batlin. Of course, I did not help that he had the demon either. The demon. Yes, Batlin had a demon wandering about at his heels, as tame as thou couldst please. Did his bidding without a word. Big, ugly red creature. 'Tis just the thing to catch Rotulantia's eye. She's very interested in learning to tame a demon for her personal servant. She was quite put out that Batlin wouldn't tell her how he had done it. But I'm sure Filbercio heaved a sigh of relief when Batlin refused to tell her. Everyone knows that Rotulantia would love to feed Filbercio to a demon in small pieces. Serpent teeth. 'Tis a tradition, my lord, to steal some small item from the mad mage to prove that thou art a worthy mage. A particular favorite item to Purloin is a serpent tooth from the mad mage's collection. As far as I know, they are useless, but Batlin certainly wanted to purchase them. No one would sell. Who knows? Perhaps he hoped to make some sort of deal with the mad mage for them. Batlin. A little fat man, small beard and mustache, angry scowl. I'm sure that won't remember him if thou hast met him. Oh, we've met him. Not a particularly nice person, that I recall. Seemed like any other adept, used to getting his way, and angry if thwarted. I dealt as little with him as possible. Storms. Definitely magic born, no doubt about it. Anyone caught outside during one risks being teleported into oblivion. Gustaccio hath been working on finding a way to stop the storms, but so far he hath had not any luck. Mayhaps now that Mortegro is helping him, they'll find the answer. I certainly hope so. Moonshade is isolated until they do. Gustaccio. Gustaccio is an adept that specializes in working with the weather, the power of nature, and all that. Gustaccio said something about needing to learn as much about the storms as possible. Even babbled something about learning to see the colors. At least it sounded like babbled to me. Mortegro. Mortegro is an adept that specializes in speaking with the dead. He does not bind them to service or anything, simply talks with them. Why Gustaccio wants Mortegro's help, I'll never know, unless the dead are responsible for the storms or something. Questions. Balin seemed very interested in learning more of the history of the ancient people of this land, the ones we called Ophidians. As I am far from my days as a novice, I do not remember all that the Magisters taught us. I wasn't much interested then or now. I sent him to Fedibiblio. Fedibiblio? Fedibiblio keeps the library here in Moonshade. All information, whether historical or magical in nature, finds its way into his hands. He is also the teacher of the novices, so I am certain that he will be able to help thee with any questions thou mightst have. Ophidians. As I told thee, I don't recall very much history. All I do know is that the ancients seem to have worshipped serpents. If thou wish to know more, ask Fedibiblio. He's very learned on the subject. Change subject. Stoneheart. How didst thou come by that? No, I did not ask that. I do not want to know. Dost thou know what possession of that stone is forbidden? Dost thou know how much certain adepts would pay for the reagent that stone produces? Wait, what? Reagent. It produces blood spawn when mixed with a quantity of blood. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. If thou hast a ritual bloodletting device, which is technically forbidden as well, thou must fill a small container with blood. Then thou must use the blood on the Stoneheart. This produces the blood spawn that thou wilt need for death spells. Thou must be very careful. It is very powerful. Why is it forbidden? Prolonged exposure to Stoneheart causes insanity, my lord, and to have the type of power that the reagent makes in the hands of a madman is unthinkable. Of course, as an apothecary, I could buy it from thee and find a buyer or two with clearance to possess it. I would make thee an offer, say 120 guilders. Wilt thou sell? No. I shall not tell anyone that thou hast the Stoneheart, my lord, but thou shouldst be likewise discreet. A bloody hand. Please put it away. I do not need to look at it any more to be able to tell thee that the damnable product of Erstrom's experiments. It is any wonder that they call him the Mad Mage. So Erstrom is where we got the severed hand we have in a bag. It's one of the items that got teleported. Mad Mage. What else was thou call a man who hacks his assistants to pieces for his experiments? This is another reason that he lives apart from the other mages. He will never bow to their strictures, and I doubt that any of the adepts in Moonshade could hope to enforce them anyways. Experiments? Erstrom seeks to find the secret to creating life. I surmise that it is his attempt at immortality. Even spells fail to the ravages of time in the end. Unfortunately, Erstrom's quest for knowledge has been at the sacrifice of his assistants. Vassal hath sidestepped the inevitable much longer than I would have expected. Who is Vassal? Vassal's Erstrom's latest assistant. He is a grinning hunchback, and I had not given credit for much intelligence, but he seems to be more cunning than even Erstrom anticipated. Strange wine. That can only be Moonshade wine, my lord. The Rangers make it right here in the city, with a magic wine press, naturally. Magical wine press. The magic wine press is another piece of Erstrom's legacy, my lord. He always liked fine wine, but hated the work required to process it. So he made the wine press. Erstrom. Erstrom was the mentor of most of the adepts. He was a hard master, so they say. The popular story is that Erstrom would never admit that any of his students were ready to be called adepts in their own right. Apparently, he wanted the free labor for as long as he could have it. Each one rebelled against him until he became angry and withdrew to his own little island, forswearing any company but that of his assistants. The Rangers. The Rangers are nominally the city guards. They deal with any physical threats that aren't worthy of bothering a mage about. Their commander is a woman named Julia. Julia? Julia is a rather forbidding woman. Always seems to be looking for thy secret desires to cause trouble, if thou knowest what I mean. She's quite competent, but not overly warm. I've actually seen her rebuff the Mage Lord's advances. A formidable woman indeed. Apothecary shop. I sell everything that thou wouldst need to cast spells or do magic. Unfortunately, I have very limited supply of most things right now. What about the banquet? I apologize for disrupting the party, my lord. Normally, I wouldn't have been there, but I have been on a special errand for the Mage Lord. Wouldn't have been there? While it is true that I am a mage, I am not an adept, and Filbertio invites only adepts to his banquets as a rule. Filbertio is the Mage Lord, and thou wouldst do well not to forget that while thou art in Moonshade. Filbertio is a man of great passions. The mountains of freedom are a powerful argument against crossing him in any way. Adept. There are different levels of competence with magic, my lord. It is all based on what level of spells thou canst cast. I myself can only master the 3rd level of spells. An adept can master the 9th level of spells. Only an adept can become Mage Lord, or sit on the Council of Mages. So I make my living selling reagents to adepts. That makes sense. Freedom. The name was meant in jest, I'm certain. For the mountains of freedom are a prison, my lord, a prison meant to hold mage and mundane alike. It is said that if thou art sentenced to that terrible stone pit, thou canst win thy way back to the outside world, and thou art free. No one will hunt thee for the crimes thou didst commit before thine incarceration. The only problem is that none have ever won free, and Filbertio reigns unchallenged. Oh. Errand. What errand were you on? With these storms, I have had little trade with the mainland, so I am nearly out of most reagents. Filbertio wished me to gather some blood moss for him. I tried, but these storms have brought fierce monsters into that area. I am no adept to deal with them. Filbertio threatened to throw me into the mountains of freedom if I do not obtain the blood moss. I'd trade my dearest secret to be able to find some blood moss. Pit. The mountains of freedom are a mine. It was shut down long ago when the quality of ore became profitless to dredge from the mountain's heart. Filbertio devised a new use for it and turned it into a prison. Now, its value lies not that it is gotten out of the mine, but in what is put into it. On challenge. There is little true crime here, my lord. Most of the offenders that find themselves within the confines of freedom are there because they angered Filbertio in some way. The very existence of freedom silences most of the Mage Lord's detractors. Huh. Well, goodbye. Huh. So, they need blood moss. Well, I have some blood moss in a bag, don't I? Like, don't we have some in here? We have some nightshade. Hold on, we gotta... too many scrolls. That's going to be a bear to figure out later. Do we just have some mandrake and night sage? Sage? Is that all we have? And some garlic? Oh, wow. We don't have any blood moss. I thought we did. Okay. Stop. Ugh, come here. All right, no new dialogue there. Nice shop. Let's see. Let's try talking to... Oh, you know what? Let's go to What's-His-Face's house. I'm assuming it's the place with the Lamia. That would make sense, especially if he's into, shall we say, exciting evening activities. That he would have that's the house of What's-His-Face. So I'm guessing Filbertio's house is up here. Well, and now that we've talked to people, are they around? Like, is this lady in here? No. Oh, wait, there was a key. What time is it? Hold on. Back this way. No, I love running in circles. Where's that dude's house? It's down on the south of this. Before we go, see if we can find Filbercio again. Down here, if this guy is still outside his house, there was literally... There we go. Yeah. Otherwise, we have some potions. We have some automatons that are kind of like laying around. But I don't know where that key goes to, but I wanted to grab it. Because anytime we see a key, grab that key. There's not like a key under that book, is there? No. Oh, hey, bud. We were just... Nothing going on here. Nothing at all. Alright, so if we run back over this way, this is the white interior house, and then here's the frozen house. And then I'm guessing this is Rodolicia's or this is Filbercio's, because it had those notes that were in the chest about them being in love. So let's head up here. Is there someone to talk to in here now? No. I figured he might be here, but he's not. Okay. You can walk around and turn off the lights all day, automatons. I'm not caring about that. Well, now what do we do? I mean, maybe we go down here and we talk to Gustaccio again? Or I wonder if people will talk to us now. Yeah, so if we go in here, whose house is this? Whose house? Oh. While we're at it. Anything else in here? No. Okay. Just grab whatever keys we can. So down here... Let's see. Are they here? No, they're not here doing the mage stuff. They were before. There's really nothing new to talk to Fetabiblio about. Well, let's see if Fetabiblio has any new dialogue. Now that we talked to Pothos. Hey, buddy. Come here. Thou hast a voracious appetite for knowledge. What dost thou desire to learn? Okay, nothing new. This is just all the regular stuff. No new dialogue there. Stop talking about the cute bird. All right, you people probably still won't talk to me, right? Nope, yep, you won't talk to me still. Nobody in here. Does this... One of the keys we got opens this. Okay, where does this go? This is new. This is a new area for us here. Uh-oh. Oh. I have made the most wonderful discovery about the comb that I took from that empty-headed ruler of Fawn. No longer shall I be forced to content myself with the bumbling attentions of Molino, my pitiful excuse for a husband. For upon using the comb on myself, I have become beautiful and desirable. No one will ever guess now that Mosh and I are twins. Now I may use my wits to better things, like the adept Tauricio. What? Oh. Well, first of all, yoink. Second of all, we have a key here. Third of all, We have a ritual bloodletting device, which we know we need. Let's grab that so we have one. So somebody used a comb to make themselves beautiful. So Mosh has a sister. Mosh is the beggar, right? So she used a comb to make herself beautiful. Even though we're all about to die, we probably have to rest. So wait a minute. That's you, I bet, right? Ah, so this is your house. Oh, and then this is the magic comb right here. So what happens if I... yeah, we'll save right here. What happens if I... Like, this has got to be it, right? So she's using this to trick the guy. Ooh. I don't know how that helps us right now with anything to do with what we're trying to do. And there's still this goblin girl just kind of wandering around. I feel like we have to find and talk to Filbertio or the Ice Lady. Like, those are the new people that we met that we really haven't had conversations with at all. Again, you keep talking about the bird. Confused by that. Let's see. Back through here. That's Topo, right? Yeah, that's Topo. So we know that that this guy has some way for people to go get to Erstrom the Mad Mage. Some kind of passage. Let's see here. I'm just not sure what we're supposed to do next. Hey, come here. What dost thou desire of me, and at what price? Okay, I don't want to tell him about the stockings yet. Tauricio. I am Tauricio of Moonshade, adept mage and master of life spells. Moonshade. Moonshade is in many ways a perfect city. A perfect example of civilization with the highest form of government, a mageocracy. Mageocracy. A government totally controlled by mages is the only sensible form of government. Mages have a holistic understanding of the world that makes them far more suited to the responsibilities of government than any mundane could ever be. With Filbertio at the head of the Council of Mages, things are accomplished quickly with a minimum of politics. Council of Mages, do not even raise this topic. I have no stomach for the political games which one must play in order to win a seat on the council. Politics. Of course, nothing never gets done without a little politics. One's enemies, our allies, are constantly shifting. That is why Rodalinci and I have formed a sort of coalition where we both work to protect each other's best interests, allies and enemies. Of course, in the realm of politics as well as the realm of magic, what is one today may very well be the other tomorrow. Rodalincia. Of course, our working together has led to a few rumors. Such is the way of politics, but even partners disagree. For instance, she has concluded that there is some sort of connection between thee and this other stranger who visited us, Batlin. What about Batlin? Rodaluncia was quite repulsed, yet fascinated with Batlin and his secrets. To think of it makes me wish to offer thee a word of advice. What advice? Rodaluncia is not the sort of woman that thou dost want angry at thee. My advice to thee is that whatever she wants, thou shouldst give it to her. Secrets. While Batlin was here, he exhibited some sort of power or talent or knowledge. Rodaluncia is much obsessed with it, although she will not speak much about this with me. Partners. Partners with Rodaluncia in politics, but partners with Columna in love. And Columna is the, so she must be the lady in the green dress that wandered in and out of that house, and she made herself pretty with a brush. Columna. Our love must remain a secret. This saddens her, and myself as well. There are those who would come between us, who plan against us. Her heart was touched by a song sung by the Lady Gweno. Gweno? She came passing through our city several weeks ago. From what I hear, she's a most unusual and interesting woman. Plan against thee. I do not wish to burden thee with my personal problems. The less said of these things, the better. Filbertio. He is a shrewd and stern ruler, a highly skilled mage. He is not someone thou wouldst want to cross. Life spells. My personal specialty is spells involving healing and the sustenance of life energies. Adept Mage. I come from one of the longest family lines of mages in all of Serpent Isle. That is how one tells a good mage. Thou must know by his family line. Good mages are a result of good breeding. My father always said that. Family line. 1,000 years ago, our ancestors performed tricks to amuse peasants. Hundreds of years ago, they were the most trusted advisors to kings and rulers of the land. When it comes to magic, the only bloodline more pure than mine is that of the ruling family. Of course, my family was decimated in the Old War. If not for that, I might be ruler today. The ruling family? That would be the bloodline of the Mage Lord of Moonshade, Filbertio. The Old War. According to family records, most of my family members were killed fighting the demons. This is the war which brought an end to the age of the two kings. Buy spells? Of course I can sell thee a spell. I recently sold a spell to another person passing through Moonshade. It is just such a business upon which the city of Moonshade was built. With all the experiments and developments we produce here in the magical arts, we are practically the center of the world. I accept guilders only. In which circle art thou interested? It doesn't matter because I don't, sold to whom? Why, that fat sage that passed through town a while ago, Batlin. I remember not the specifics of the transaction. Experiments. I do not wish to violate the privacy of a fellow mage, but there is at least one mage in town working on solving the mystery of these distressing teleport storms. It's Gustachio. We already know that. Well, goodbye. Don't steal anything. He knows me too well. Well, that's a little more than we knew before. So we talked to Pothos. We talked to... Oh, you know what? We're dumb. Let's go back upstairs here. Can we open this door yet? Nope. Okay, we still can't get in there. There's this little teleporter back here. Ah, Filbertio, there you are. Hello, good sir. Hello, hello, hello. 'Tis thee again. Hast thou good news? Duties. As thou hast no doubt noticed, the burden of being Mage Lord wears heavily upon me. I spend all of mine hours in the palace. I have no life of mine own. I seldom even research new spells. Burden. Indeed, sometimes I think that my subjects do not appreciate me. They have given me wealth and power, but I have given them my life. Now, is that a fair exchange? Perhaps I shall go live in a hut on the coast. That would be less stressful. Thou art needed in the treasury, my lord. Surely that can wait. As thou canst see, the strain of ruling this great city had left me little more than skin and bones. Palace. Is this not a grand old building? Most of the downstairs chambers are used for business of the court, while the remaining rooms are mine to own. Never mind the legends of hidden treasure chambers here. If there were gold here, I would have it by now. There is gold. It's right here. I can literally see it. Life. It is lonely to be Mage Lord. I have the needs of a normal man, yet I am overwhelmed by the demands of the citizens. No doubt thou hast heard tales of my romantic conquest. This is the answer I have found to the pressures of being Mage Lord. I know the citizens talk of me all the time, behind my back. They say that I am a great lover, and indeed I am. But I have never found true love. Romance is like the fog that dissolves in the sunlight. Do not speak of this to the sorceress Frigidazi. She is my current passion, and I fear she doth love me too much. I am supremely jealous of her affections, as well. Though I do not truly love her, I will not be made a fool of. Spells. Humph. 'Tis beneath my station to teach thee, or any other, the awesome knowledge that is mine alone. Go and badger Melina or Columna, if thou dost wish to learn the arcane arts. Change subject. But we were only beginning. Very well, if thou dost insist. Politics. Is there no end to the bickering among the mages? We have 3 factions here, and each elects its favorite to the Council of Moonshade. As the voice of compromise and experience, I have always been selected Mage Lord by the adepts. My fellow lords are Rodaluncia in Gustaccio. Mage Lord, the documents are ready for thy signature. Then I must go immediately. Please excuse me, Grugtar. And he just teleported away. Okay. Well, that means at least there's no one here to stop me from pilfering this ham and this fish. And we got a butter churn. Oh, we got a chest full of create food spells. Well, that's handy. Let's grab those while we're here. How many are in here? Holy moly. Well, that's kind of neat that the, ooh, bunch of food in here. That's kind of neat that they have the create food spell as how they fill their kitchen larder. What is this? These are potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Here's some fish and chips. And, of course, an apple. All right. So, we have his bedroom here. Can't move the tapestry. We can move this candelabra, but there's nothing there. He's got a wine in a cup. Oh, wait, what's that? I should have known. I was just thinking there's got to be this whole them hiding keys randomly and things. It's just silly. All right, let's put all of our looted scrolls in this bag over here. I knew there'd be a key somewhere. All right, so what does this key open? Does it open this door over here that is blocked off? Is that what this opens? No. Okay. So, mate, was there something upstairs that was blocked off? What does this key open that we just found? Is there... Nope, no keys there. No keys under that candelabra. Can't move this tapestry that actually glows. Can't move this statue. This just takes us to that barge, which we can't use because we don't own it. That's fine. Huh. Okay, where else has there been a place that's locked that we can't get into? Again, we can't get into here. We don't have these keys. There's a key right here. I wonder what that does. So we talked to Phil Burchio. Is there anybody else we haven't talked to around here? I don't know. Kind of getting into this area now. Been flagging a little bit here, but now I want to know what these keys can unlock. Oh, maybe it unlocks the... Wait a minute. Do you think maybe it unlocks where the snake lady is? Ooh, that could be. That seems like the kind of thing that would happen. Huh. I'm not sure what we do now. Let's just take a quick look. We did look this up before. I actually still this over from recording last episode. We go to the dinner. Oh. Okay. Got it. I just want to check what the next things are. There are two things we're going to do. The first, there is a way into a room. Oh, I didn't see this, and I just read it, so I have to do it. I'm sorry, folks. Some will call it cheating, but you know what? I'm fine with that. Behind the throne, it says there is a lever back here. Where is there a lever behind this throne? Hold on. Wait a good gosh darn minute. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, we got that and that. There's also a lever behind the stone throne which will open the treasure room. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, and then we have to go talk to a lady. That's fine. But I want to know, where is this lever? Like, I'm not seeing a lever at all. Like, do you see a lever? I don't see a lever behind this throne at all. Game, you have lied to me. I can sit in the throne, but there's no lever here. Well, I love it. Oh, sometimes this game though. I cannot even type. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking where this lever is. Hold on. I will find this lever. I will find it for us, folks. Yep. Hold on. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Got it. That's not a throne. I'm an idiot. The throne is down here. Okay, we're going to open this up real quick. Oh, hi. Hey, buddy. I hope you don't mind if I just, What's that? Is that it? Who are we? What a musical cue. Says thee again, hast thou good news? Politics? Okay, he talks about the factions. This is all the same. Oh no, this is new. The sorceress Rodaluncia is the heart of dissension. She is ambitious beyond measure and causes all manner of trouble. She was not always this way. I remember the summer of my last apprenticeship year. She was 2 years younger than I and asked me to be her tutor. Ah, but she did tutor me as well that summer. Oh, there have been many loves before and since, but I shall always remember Rodaluncia. Adept Gustaccio. Gustaccio doth adhere too strictly to outdated codes of ethics. Why? We could accomplish nothing in Moonshade if we followed his advice. I doubt that he still even deigned to speak with thee. He is of the old school and speaks only to those he considers worthy of his time. Until thou hast proven thyself, he shall have little to do with thee. Change subject. But we were only beginning. Very well, if you do insist. Duties. Oh, I think is that the lever right there? I don't know. I can't tell. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. We are going to find this lever. It's got to be somewhere useful. Right? Right? I'm going to look around more. I was just looking at, again, where that lever is. I can't find it. Huh. All right, so we already read this. No life. I seldom even research new spells. Humph. He won't teach us life. He's lonely. He's a great lover. That's all new. The palace. He has charge of it. His burden. He's stressful. Change subject. Goodbye. Where is this lever? Oh. Pardon me, sir. We had to pull this lever. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it opened up. Aha. Can I not walk through here now? Is it going to... Oh, there's a door there. That's why. Okay. This door opened that way. All right. So we have some chests that are locked. Well, that one's locked. Locked. We have some gold bars. Do pray. Please do take these gold bars because we'll probably need guilders later to buy spells. Can we pick these? No. Can we open these? Aha! Ah, what do we have? Ooh. A fire sword. I'll take that. We have enough magic axes. Ooh, a bunch of money. No, not to you. Dupre, you're the money man. 53 guilders and 60 guilders. Too heavy. Too heavy. Dupre, how much are you carrying at this point? Goodness. Well, we'll have to give those guilders to... Oh, look at all this. Oh, these are all gems, aren't they? Oh, my goodness. Well, YOLO, take these guilders for now, and we'll know that there's a chest of money back here if we ever need it. All right. Well, now, what that means is that we have quite a bit going on. We've accomplished a lot this episode, and my understanding is that next we have to talk to the lady. I just want to rest so I can heal now after we walk down to that room that just caused us damage. We have to talk to that lady who is going to quite possibly kind of send us onto our next part of our quest, Buccia. So, we'll do that on the next episode of Gaming with Grug. I want to say to everybody, thanks for watching. Sometimes we have to look things up. These games can be a little obtuse sometimes. But I want to thank everyone for watching. I can't even think how to end my own episodes. Thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.